ready? The new year is here. Happy New Year to you, to your families, to your dreams, to everything that you want to be, and so much more. So it's full moon in Cancer. And it's not that it's anything, there's so much here. So the calendar year starts you off with like this surge of like masculine energy because of Capricorn, right? So we can't forget the relevance of who we are in the zodiac sign, and then the power of that lunation, which is that moon cycle that comes to you. So what does this mean? Right, so we're starting off the year in January with the zodiac of Capricorn, but the full moon is in Cancer. And it's a powerful one because Cancer kind of seals everything and brings it all home. So isn't that profound? Because as I've written in your membership and the channel piece and the wisdoms that are there, we all are pulled to our home and our families and these soul relationships that we choose along our life that we call the journey of our own path, right? So what's here in the first layer is the most important piece that I want to share with you is how are you understanding who you're being through these lunations, through these cycles of the moon. A full moon gives you the opportunity today, tomorrow, and every full moon, okay, to release what no longer is serving you. So how do you know what is no longer serving you and what is purposeful with so much information out there? Everybody's telling me, oh, I heard this information with AI, and then I heard this information with ChatGPT, and I heard that information with YouTube. Here's what I want to share with you. The most important information is the information that is inside of you, right? So this is where you go. Moon in Me raises your awareness and teaches you to understand more of who you're being through these cycles. So full moon in Cancer brings you to understand, okay, who are you being in this I am presence, which is I feel with Cancer. And when I say the I am presence, means that the zodiac sign that you're born into has an I am presence, it has an I am thread. Well, Cancer's I am thread is I feel. So how are you feeling with your home, your family, your relationships? How are you feeling, okay, with what is going on in the home and these relationships, okay, of your life? How are you feeling, okay? That is what's driving you to look and surrender, okay, what's no longer serving you. And that is like the golden nugget right now so that you can better understand your opportunity here. So you've got an opportunity to look within you, because there's no AI, there's no person, there's no psychic, there's no person out there that's going to tell you what you should do better than your own feelings. You know when you're feeling good and you know when you're not. And those are waves, and they tempered by the moods and the attitudes that you are beholding, right? You're the one that's holding this, you're the one that's holding these patterns, you're the one that's holding these beliefs. So the full moon in Cancer is calling you and saying, hey, let's look inside this house, let's look inside your home, and let's look at how you're really feeling. How are you feeling about the relationship with yourself? How are you feeling about the relationship at home? Who are you being at home? Who are you being with your relationships at home? Being you, the mother, the father, the sibling, the parent, the caregiver. Who are you being, and does it serve you, right? Okay, the other piece that I want to share with you is that this is the most incredible time, because in truth, the universe and the cosmic light is the ultimate wisdom of wisdoms, because it's truly lining up and bringing forward just enough light, just enough planetary pools, just enough numerology, just enough ingredients, just enough vibration and frequency, okay, to spin the tables around, to make a turn so that this new era begins. You want to look at, okay, this opportunity, since we've really left the season of the solstice, we want to look at, okay, what is important to you? Does it matter how you feel? I would say yes, because it's in your feeler and it's in your feelings that you're going to go get more of what you're wanting or more of what you're needing to learn or express. So as with everything, okay, Moon in Me is always about you. What's the meaning of this planetary alignment? What is the meaning of this time in this calendar year? Well, the calendar year actually prompts a new beginning. It's going to prompt a new era in the next probably 30, 40 days, okay, as the change of season and the change of alchemy changes, right? Because Moon in Me is about your emotional state of being, all right? But there are other lunar cycles that are tempered by your sun-driven coordinates, okay? And, you know, there's nothing like the Chinese calendar honoring both the sun and the moon coordinates of those things. So we're moving from one element into another element. So we have just enough time right now, guys, okay, to look in and look within you so that you're able to go see, okay, how am I feeling about who I'm being with my inner home, meaning the way I'm thinking, the way I'm feeling, and the way I'm reacting or acting out my life in this home-based space that I call my body, right, and my life. But Cancer brings on that symbolism of home and family and nurturing and freedom and caring. But just remember, with every sign and every zodiac sign, there's the duality. You have both sides to it. So there's always the shadow aspect of every sign, right? So if you're feeling like withdrawing, if you're feeling like being incubated, if you're feeling like hiding in your shell, if you're feeling like you're pulling back, this is the shadow aspect of Cancer, okay? You want to be paying attention to give yourself enough permission or give yourself enough leeway so that you're able to tap in and just admit, okay, what those underlying emotional disturbances are, right? Because by you going in and just admitting them, it's as if you're acknowledging them, you're admitting them. And I wouldn't ponder too much in the past, because that's the trickster energy. It's trying to loop you back in to get lost in the rabbit hole, because then you won't have enough time, okay, to go fully around the bend and to come back into the ascension of, meaning the rising energy of what Pluto is really bringing to the table. And Pluto is really bringing to the table this lineup of good fortune. It's you being able to be flowing down this river, okay, in a happy-go-lucky way, but understanding the temperance, understanding that there are higher currents, understanding that there are ebbs and flows, understanding that there is the duality of life. As there's night, there's also day. As there's the sun, there's the moon. As there's a connection, there are other connections of yourself that might be a little bit addictive, okay, to past beliefs, to habits, to unconscious behaviors, okay, that could cause, right, those segments of your home to be disturbed or to cause your family relationships to be divided. You're the one that really knows your inner truth. You know when you're really miserable, or you're really in fear, or you're really so tired that you've just had enough and enough and enough and enough of enough, and then you just go, well, bugger it all, I'm just gonna throw the tower down, right? Or throw the towel in, or withdraw, or do whatever. Just pause yourself enough to understand the power of poise, okay? And then to also understand, okay, the benefits and the tremendous vital energy and energy that you will get from a moment of discerning. And discerning is like separating those feelings. Well, where are these feelings coming from? Are they really my feelings? Are they just fear? Is it the past? Or is it just residue? And those are things that you want to look at, because you want to be able to go deep enough and still be able to stay shallow enough just to be able to pull your arm deep in, pull it back up, and then throw it out. Okay? Not stay in there for too long that you then get pulled and sucked in like sinking sand, right? So you're in a balance. Life and life experiences give you this armor, give you this knowing, give you this intelligence, give you this understanding. It's only through these life experiences that you get to understand more of who you are, so that you're able to be firm and courageous with being more of who you are, right? So as with everything, there's a beginning cycle with every lunar cycle. And so this lunar cycle in the beginning of the calendar year is telling you, surrender the past and the residue you have. So let's talk about a little bit about the residue, as these planets that are coming in, they are tempering, they are firing bold photons of light and energy and frequency, like at a non-stop pace, because they're also getting you ready for what's coming, right? So this lunar cycle is preparing you to clean the slate, clear your home, clear your heart passages with the relationships that you know are your soul people. Clear it up. Okay, let bygones be bygones. Surrender. Learn to forgive and forget, because if you don't, those sediments, those pools, those anchors, those twists and turns, they're going to catch you. Okay, it's like threading. Okay, they're going to grab that end, they're just going to pull it at the root. And then once you are exposed, you're exposed, meaning you're vulnerable. And if you're hurt and in pain and agonized by trauma and memories that are still sucking at you, okay, they're not going to stop, okay? Think of a leech. It's not going to stop sucking your blood unless you have the courage and the guts to pull it off of you. And basically that's it. That's an emotional band that's there and sucking up you dry of emotional well-being into toxicity, so that you can hate, so that you can be divided, so that you can be separated, so that you can be unforgiving, so that you can have resentment. Think of all that lower frequency and energy. That's what it is. Now, there's no one that's doing it to you. It's sometimes more of the fact that you've allowed it to overstay its welcome, okay, and you've adopted the pain factor and thinking that you can override it. You can't override a leech. You have to pull the leech out. Sooner or later, it's going to take all your blood, all the vital nutrients. And this is why Cancer brings in this essence of nurturing, brings in this Cancer of family time, brings in this sense, and it's this ruling energy to have you care enough to nurture and nourish you back, okay, into core, I would call it solitude, but it's not solitude. It's a space that you are in the space of your own, and that meaning the space of your own mind, the space of your own vibration, the space that, and how do you get there? You get there, okay, by interrupting what's interrupting you. You get there by being clear of mind, okay? You get there by admitting that you have feelings that are distorting you, because once you admit it, you can shift it. And that's what I talk about in Solver Bar and Solver Jams, and just your awareness of your own alchemy. You are the one that's in control. You have the power to shift any stresses, Okay, you have that ability. How you do it? You can do it with your divine breath. You can do it by interrupting a thought. You can do it by disengaging your conversations, your energy. There's so many ways of doing it. But what happens when these emotions are so embedded in you? I have to tell you, it takes courage, and then it also takes time. But one of the greatest accelerators is your salt therapies. Whatever salt you choose, it's going to work, because it's going to lighten the load within you. You will get out of that full body or foot bath or even a hand bath, right? Okay, you will be able to reawaken yourself lighter, clearer, more certain, okay, of how you're truly feeling, and with the capacity to forgive and forget, and the capacity to move on, or the capacity to let go and surrender. So these are important key tips as we move into the year and prepare for the massive acceleration that's ahead. Right, knowing yourself is probably the most important gift. Okay, if you're continuing to, well, I had a conversation today about kindness. If you're continuing to be, if you're not in the habit of being kind, then absolutely be kind. But if you're in the habit of being kind to something that is continuously unkind to you, then you've got to be kind to yourself and surrender, let go, and move on. And those are key words that even I have to have the courage to open up and accept that, because I'm going to talk for myself, I'm the ultimate optimist and encourager for love and humanity. But this sense of kindness, understanding, okay, where you're drawing kindness to. I see people being kinder to AI than to people. So be reflecting in your consciousness. Be tuned into what this cycle is bringing and stay in it. Just remember, we're in the full moon now, but it's not staying in the full moon. It's then moving on. So learn to move on with these rhythmic lunar cycles, because that's the constant, okay, rhythm that you can absolutely trust. The universe is woven by these threads of consciousness and light and intelligence, and this cosmic thread of vibrational attunement to love, okay, not to AI. So tune into this full moon, admit what you're feeling, lessen the charge, stay focused on what you want, have the courage to plug and let go and be firm, and then know that as these planets, like for example Jupiter, Saturn, Venus, the cosmic sun, they're all charging you up to line you up for probably one of the most pivotal, greatest years we're about to have. All right, stay tuned, stay strong, and Happy New Year.